Welcome back to another video. It's exciting times at the foothills of this bull market. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of things to discuss as far as Cardano DeFi is concerned, the sleeping giant. We're going to be looking at lending and borrowing on liquid finance, behemoth protocol nobody knows about if you're not out of the Cardano ecosystem. Shout out to everybody in the Cardano ecosystem who understands the alpha, the knowledge, what's coming. Cardano DeFi summer is here. We're going to be looking at MinSwap as it relates to liquidity providing, staking. We're going to be looking at the liquid rewards mechanism. Nobody knows about this. Talking to people yesterday, they just have no idea. And so we're going to be looking at my positions. That if you've been watching the channel, you're just going to see what my health factors are up to. I'm going to break this down real simple for you because there's so much going on. There's so much opportunity. If you're a crypto enthusiast and you are lucky enough to fall upon this video and you're thinking about holding some ADA, you're holding ADA and you're just sitting there holding ADA waiting for the bull market, you are going to be upset afterwards when you realize all the potential that you could have taken advantage of during this Cardano DeFi summer we're about to get into, right? We're on the foothills, right? Bitcoin's up at like 90 grand, Cardano just doubled in price. We're just in the beginning, okay? We're in the business end, what they call the business end of the bull cycle. So I'm going to take you through, I'm going to show you, I got some screenshots ready for you. I got MinSwap teed up. I got Liquid Finance teed up. And we're going to get into it so that you can understand, all right, and make your own decisions, right? There's a lot involved with this. I'm not showing you anything that I haven't participated in for over 2 years now, coming up on 3 years. Shout out to the birthdays of these protocols. MinSwap, Liquid, Cardano. We haven't had a bull market yet, right? Last bull market, it was just ADA. It was only ADA. There was no CNTs, Cardano native tokens. But it's a different landscape, my friends. It's a different landscape. And then might put you on Tap Tools and show you some of my top picks, okay? Some sleeping giants that are ready to explode. And then maybe some things to be concerned with. Okay, so let me tell you right now. Let's get into it. Let me tell you what my strategy is. Now, this is it's if you're holding ADA, I was talking to a guy yesterday. Shout out to Jason. He's in Denver. You don't know if you're just on the channel. I'm outside of Philadelphia. And he's doing some good stuff. He's on MinSwap. He's doing this thing. He's having fun in the game. He's having fun in the DeFi world, right? About 3 or 4 months ago, it was over the summer. It was actually at Rare Evo. I ran into Jason, spent some time with his family. We love their family and got him into the Cardano DeFi, right? Talking to him, and he's like, I'm like, have you staked your wallet address yet? He's like, no. I'm like, what? You need to stake your wallet address. He's like, what's that? I'm like, what you doing in MinSwap? I was like, have you heard of Liquid Finance? He's like, I don't know. What are you talking about? So that is why I'm doing a video right now, because I want to break this stuff down for you in layman's terms so you understand what you're doing, even if you're holding ADA, right? If you're holding ADA in your wallet and your wallet isn't staked, man, what are you doing? You're missing out on like 4%, something like that, APY, just for nothing, just for doing it. So get your wallets hooked up. But we're going to take it many steps further, and we're going to enter Cardano DeFi. So this is going to be a little bit of a buckle up video. But I promise you, if you stay to the end, there are golden nuggets in this thing right here. There's golden nuggets. Okay, we're going to be looking at everything, A to Z. It's going to be an extravaganza. So my strategy, this is just what I'm doing. So I'm not going to say what you should do. I think that a lot of the Cardano native tokens are going to outperform ADA. Okay, I think that there's something to be said about the law of diminishing returns. If you look at Bitcoin's bull cycle from the very beginning, its first bull cycle back in 2012 was huge, massive. The gains were absolutely insane, right? And if you look at the next bull cycle, in 16, it was even, 16, 17, it was even, it was amazing. And then you go to 2020, it was still great. but way less. And every single bull cycle is less and less and less and less and less. And so all you BTC maxis out there, you're holding Bitcoin. You're in the comments saying, why would you ever do anything else? Why would you ever get ADA? Why would you ever get any other altcoin? I mean, my strategy is simple. And this theory proved itself incredibly fantastic during the last bull cycle, which is, yes, if you're holding Bitcoin and Bitcoin right now is at 90,000, let's say Bitcoin goes to $500,000. Well, and ADA goes to like 7. I'd love to just do a video on all these math calculations and speculations, because I think that people get short-sighted and they miss out on opportunities. So last bull cycle, I was like, well, what would it be like to take all my Bitcoin and move it into ADA, which was at 2 cents? And I'm thinking, well, if ADA goes to like $1 from 2 cents, if ADA goes to $2, $3, I thought it was going to go higher than $3. $3 was the all-time high. I was going to go like 5, maybe it should have, right? There's a lot to be said about what happened. You know, we had COVID, we had all those insanity, right? It was kind of like a deadening, a blunting of the bull cycle last cycle. So it hit up to 3. Okay, that was a 12,000% gain. You know, Bitcoin went all the way up to like 70,000, right? Like above 60s, almost 70,000, depending on what charts you're looking at. And so that was a damn good increase, but nothing compared to what ADA's increase was. And that is because the ADA really never went through a massive bull cycle ever before, right? Bitcoin had already gone through 3 of them. All right. And so, yeah, Bitcoin can go, and this could be a super cycle, and Bitcoin could go massive to 500,000. It could go to 1 million, right? Per token. But what if ADA goes to 10? You know, what if ADA goes to 15? I mean, with all this insanity with smart contract victories everywhere in ADA and the partner chains and side chains and nation state stuff. Did you hear about Charles Hoskinson perhaps being one of the crypto advisors in the new administration? You know, I was at Rare Evo. I'm sitting there looking at Robert F. Kennedy. It was so cool. I mean, Robert F. Kennedy's part of the new administration, and Charles Hoskinson's got some good ties to him and many other friends. We're about to be in Argentina next month, talking to that country. My wife was just in Africa, talking about on-chain governance. What if Cardano goes to like 30? Could be crazy, right? It beats your Bitcoin going to like 1 million. But okay. Besides all this, if you can wrap your mind around that theory, well, then maybe you could also wrap your mind around the fact that none of these Cardano native tokens, Liquid Finance, the LQ token, MinSwap, the Min token, Fact, World Mobile, name them, right? Go ahead and name them. NewNet, AGIX, Giro Wallet's doing some good stuff. You got Nuvola. You got tons of these projects that haven't seen anything, right? They all came out in the bear market last year, or 2022, with the hard fork combinator event. And could they, in their very first bull cycle, have more gains or more market increase than even ADA, right? And so if I'm sitting here with a theory that I want to acquire more ADA overall, then I'm going to use some Cardano native tokens to help me achieve that goal. Okay. And so that's why, because people are like, well, why are you transferring some of your ADA? Not all of it. I mean, totally not, right? And everybody's got like a proportion to what they want to have their portfolio look like. And some, stay with some Bitcoin. You know, guy was asking me about Dogecoin yesterday. Doge. Okay, with the Department of Government Efficiency with Elon Musk, of course, Doge. But, right? So to each his own. My strategy is taking some ADA, bringing into Cardano DeFi, letting it grow at a rapid rate, and then riding the bull market up. So we'll see, right? We'll see. I'll keep putting these videos out there. And just to like, before we jump right in, I just consider myself a DeFi specialist, like not so much a content creator. So these videos will come out. You can always reach out to me, right? You can find me on Discord. Derek on Chain, right? You can find me Crypto Fluency. Send me an email. I do private stuff all the time. I talk to people all the time. So just like if you want to understand stuff, come out. I got a guy coming over to my house at 12 o'clock right now. It's like 9:30. So, maybe I won't. Hopefully I won't go too long, right? We're going to be building a market maker bot on Genius Yield. That's another one. Genius Yield. Oh, is Genius Yield done? Genius Yield over? We'll see, right? Fluid tokens, what are they doing? What's LenFi doing? There's so much opportunity. It's like I'm bursting at the seams. So share this with your friends. Share this. If you love them, share them. Tell them to be cautious, all right? Okay? This is not for the fainted heart. This is not for like some like pump and dump fanboys out there. This is for the serious person who's serious about changing their situation generationally. So if you want some like pump and dump kind of scheme stuff over here, some weird stuff, then go somewhere else, because we're talking about serious stuff here. This is serious, okay? So we're going to get into it right now. I'm looking at the markets as we speak, okay? Let's get into it. So what's the strategy? First, you get some ADA, and then you can ask yourself, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take some ADA and I'm going to supply it on Liquid Finance. Where's Liquid Finance? Let's go to Liquid Finance here real quick. Boom. All right. Let's go to Liquid Finance. I'm going to show you those screenshots in a second. Don't you worry. We're going to get into it. Liquid Finance. Here it is. Here's the website. Liquid.finance. Okay. Earn interest on your Cardano assets and borrow with ease. Okay. So we're talking about here. Right, this is a niche video of for me, it was like acquiring Bitcoin, acquiring Ethereum, acquiring some ERC20 tokens since 2017, and then migrating everything to Cardano, and then waiting for this Cardano native tokens, and now taking a lot of that Cardano and doing exactly what it says here. Supplying our Cardano into Liquid Finance for some interest and for some opportunity. So you click the launch app, there you go. V2, it's going to ask you right away. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to click to the terms. We're going to click to eternal. We're going to grant the access. And I got my little handle up here. All right. So there we go. Got my little handle, DeFi Derek. Okay. If you don't know what the ADA handle is, okay, it's your wallet address handle. Go ahead and just Google search ADA handle. If you know what it is and you like this video and you're going to get some value out of this video at some point, and you feel emboldened to go ahead and send me an ADA or 2 or 5 or something like that for the transaction fee, go ahead and send it to hash ADA handle DeFi Derek. Got to be ADA though. It can't be any Doge. It can't be Bitcoin. It can't be anything like that. So, but that's just besides the point. So what I just did was I connected the wallet. And when I show you my screenshots in a moment, you're going to see this exact screen. Okay. This is my like channel account. This is my channel, like computer channel handle, wallet, whatever. I do have some positions here. We will go on MinSwap and I will show you those positions. The ones I did in like a couple videos ago. I just let them there. They have gone through volatility. We're just going to we're going to watch how much rewards we've gotten. Okay. These are small positions, but I'm going to show you screenshots of my main accounts here coming up in a little bit. You just saw it there on my whiteboard. But this is like you, if you're new, you're coming in, this is it, right? This is what you look at. And it could be daunting. And that's, I think, like sometimes like it's like, it's too daunting. I don't know. And that's why I'm going to show you. So if you want the light mode, go ahead. I'm about to switch to the light mode, so don't get blinded. You can hit the light mode right here. You can see the light mode. I like the light mode during the day, dark mode during the evening. Okay, there's safe mode. You can hide the balances. I click hide balance. Look. You don't know what I got anywhere. Okay. This is like our balances. It actually hides hides everything. That's cool. Okay. You can disable safe mode, right? Please note that by disabling safe mode, you'll open up yourself to higher risk of liquidation. We want to cancel. We don't want that. Safe mode has to do with your health factor, okay? And we're going to look at that when we get into the screenshots, because I want to show you the health factor and how this works out. So you got the dashboard, markets, staking. You got some LQ. You can only stake the LQ token here, all right? Cardano has something called liquid non-custodial staking. Every Cardano native token project gets to inherit that same beautiful reality. And so the Liquid team, you can stake your Liquid tokens, and on MinSwap, you can stake the MinSwap tokens. And almost all the projects I'm in have a way for you to stake, okay? There's so many paths. Cornucopias, not to mention Cornucopias doing some crazy things. But we don't have any Liquid, okay? But you're going to see, actually, I didn't show you my screenshots, but I'm staking. If you look at my past videos, you can see that I'm staking in Liquid. I'm going to show you my rewards, all right? And so that's the path, okay? The path is you come here, right? You can supply an asset. So right now, if I wanted to supply this ADA, I could supply it, and it registers. It reads what's in my wallet. So I have 172 ADA in my wallet right now that's like Liquid that I could supply. And if I wanted to, I could supply that. And then I can then borrow a loan once I supply that. And then I can do something with that loan, right? So the pathway is, maybe you could wrap your mind around what it would be like to supply ADA. Now you can supply ADA here. Like I could supply this ADA and not borrow. And so there's no like liquidation, okay? I could just supply it, right? I could just supply it, and that's it. And then I'm just going to get a little bit of rewards. I believe in liquid finance, so I'm going to help them. I'm going to involve myself in market participation. Okay? And then once I do that and I borrow, all right, I can then come on to MinSwap. MinSwap, here we are. I can come on to MinSwap. And they got the same thing. You can come up here. You can switch it to dark mode. Sorry if I blinded you right there. You can come on to MinSwap. They got a launch going on right now. They have tons of launches. Launch Bowl IDO is here. The MinSwap Launch Bowl offers promising projects some of the most potent DeFi primitives to launch and increase their liquidity. Cerberus is live. Cerberus is amazing. The risk and asset management blockchain. Okay, they're doing big things. Sync is coming up, an AI network IDO. That's coming up real soon. And you can read, right? Like if you're interested in taking this serious, like I said, this is a serious concept. This is for serious people. There's a lot going on. 2.195 million ADA are raised. Is that serious? Yeah. And for your participation, you're going to then get you're part of literally the seed round of investing as it relates to projects launching. And there's so many benefits that come with that. And a lot of the projects that I'm in right now have come out of that. And it's just incredible because there's often NFTs, like special NFTs that come with your participation. You're getting in at the seed round level. And that is the brilliant difference with DeFi, decentralized finance, where it brings the power to the people, to the average Joes, people like me and you that are not venture capitalists or big tech or any craziness like this. We're not Silicon Valley venture capitalists or whatever, right? We are just individuals that come together, bring a little bit of funds in, and we're able to then actually capture some token distribution. All right? So I know this is a little bit advanced. I have some ADA. I'm going to bring it on Liquid Finance. I'm going to provide it. So for me, what I just did there is I didn't spend the ADA. Okay. I just have it there. So, and then I can get a loan up to like 50% of your supplied value. So if you supply like $1,000, you can take out like $500. You got to be careful. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. It might be better if you actually just took out a loan for like $250, right? Because then you'd have a great health factor. And this is not going to be a technical mathematical video where we're going to go through math stuff about how you calculate your health factor, although I'll show you. It's very simple. On Liquid Finance's website, they actually show it. If you go to dashboard, health factor, so health factor reaches, you have to actually have a position to where they show the health factor, but it's besides the point. So there is risk involved in this, right? If you're just like thinking that you're going to supply your ADA and then just like borrow something and then take a nap, okay, yeah, you might get risk for liquidation. So you got to be like on top of things here. And but if you're not greedy, and that's another aspect of this video, if you're not being greedy, then and you're being smart, well, there's a lot of opportunity. So I locked up that ADA, I didn't spend it. Now I'm borrowing against it, and then I can take that ADA and I can bring it into like MinSwap and utilize some of their farms. So let's go back to the app. Earn, right? I love the earn button. We can come on here to farms. Now let's go ahead and connect my wallet, right? What do we got? DeFi Derek, right? You see it. I got the tiniest list. So go ahead, view the portfolio. There's my ADA handle. The net worth right now, we got 1,485 total ADA worth, and that is now at $831, right? Token positions worth 47. So that means how many tokens I have here. So the only tokens I have in this wallet right now are going to be MinSwap and Genius Yield. I haven't touched this. I haven't touched this wallet or this account since the last time I showed you this in real time. So I have 496 min, and that's going to be worth 22 ADA. And then gens, here you go, right? 689. That's going to be worth 19 ADA. Sometimes I think in my mind, well, man, what if gens one time, because it's got a small token cap, like only 100 million. What if this goes to for one ADA? That'd be nice, right? It'd be 689 ADA. And then our farms, right? Here are our farms. Farms are kind of growing a little bit. Okay, that's good. And so that's what I wanted to take you. I wanted to take you to the farms. We'll get that later. Okay, so I have it toggled here on the ones I'm staking only. So I'll just like untoggle that. Again, this is my test account. But look at some of this. So, right, you're holding ADA and you're staking it in your wallet, hopefully, right? So you're getting some APY. But look at this APY. I mean, you got 26% here, right? 72% with IUSD ADA. You got World Mobile Token, 36%, Igon 32%. USDM, that's it's a nice little native stable token on Cardano ecosystem. You're getting 98% there. Stuff, that's a freaking amazing. You got Fluid if you were able to do the LB farm. Fact, I mean, these are all ones that I'm in. 47%. So I hope you're seeing it here, right? You can take your ADA, you can supply it. In this video, we're talking about lending it, and then we're talking on Liquid Finance, and then we're talking about borrowing against it, like maybe 30% of your borrowed amount. So let's take $1,000 that we're lending. We're gonna borrow now $300 worth of a stable coin, let's say, right? So I'll lend $1,000 worth of ADA. Do the math on how much ADA that is. Then I'm going to take a $300 loan out in like USDM. Okay. I can then zap that USDM directly into this pool, which would divide that $300 amount in half for me. The zap feature, go ahead, do your research. The zap feature on MinSwap, that would cut that in half. 150 ADA now, 150 USD, and now I'm getting 98%. And so on a month by month basis, I can go back to Liquid Finance. I could harvest these rewards at the end of the month. I can go on Liquid Finance, right? And I can chip away at that $300 that I have to pay back. And then later on, be able to then unlock, once I pay back the $300, unlock that $1,000 worth of ADA, which maybe in the end of the bull market might be a lot more than $1,000. Okay. And so it's just like a strategy. All right. This is strategy. And so let's take you to the positions here. Now, these are just some positions. These are just to show you how this works out and how this can be managed. It's not rocket science. I'm telling you. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Now, remember, first we're going to min swap. So what are we looking at here? And we're going to get into some little advancedness. Is that a word? We're going to get into some advancedness. So this is like a screenshot of other positions. You got the dashboard and all that. Okay, so there's a reason, there's a method to my madness here, because we're going to take it even a step further. And if this is something that's a little too much, just let it be a little overwhelming. Let it be overwhelming. Okay. I mean, in the beginning, I remember listening to Charles Hoskinson, like friggin' videos. And I was like, I felt dumber at the end of the thing. I was like, what am I even listening to? But I would probably, if I'm like serious, or if I would read like a white paper, I might gain like 2% of understanding and be like lost at 98% of the understanding. But then I did it. I did it again. You know, I'd watch another video, or I'd read another paper, or I'd research something and gain another percent of knowledge, another percent of knowledge. So if this is overwhelming, just let it be overwhelming. Trust the process. Trust the fact that I know that you are smart and you could figure this out. Trust me. Trust yourself. You could do this. You could at least figure it out, and you don't need to like participate before you're figuring it out. So figure it out. Think about it, okay? And then let it be confusing if it's confusing. If not, fine. If you got it perfect, then fine. So what I did in the very beginning was I supplied ADA. Okay, so here are my supplies. Let me see if I could get this pen working. Pen. Okay. So here are my supplies, right? I supplied 156,000 ADA. Now, not all at once. Maybe it was like 100,000, and then I added to the position. Okay, and this is right now, as far as today, November 14th. The 156K ADA is worth $89,000. Okay, so that's my supply right here. Now, and then what I did was I locked that up as collateral. Right, locked it up as collateral. And that's what you have the option to do. Like, you could just supply your ADA and not lock it up as collateral. And you're going to get some increases. Actually, like the last month, this was 155. But every epic in Liquid's epic system, epic is a series of time. My ADA here, as it's supplied, is actually going to grow. It's growing. So the ADA is going to continue to be staking, the liquid non-custodial staking. So liquid finance has brilliantly figured out a way, and this is not something that you see, right? Like, figured out a way to allow your ADA to continually stake as you have it supplied. So that's awesome. All right, I just love that. It sees that I have 874 ADA right there in that wallet that I could supply if I wanted to. That's that wallet. Okay, and it talks about your APY for supplying. And so then what I then did back in the day is I borrowed JED, which is a stable coin, the algorithmic stable coin. Built by IOG, delivered by Cody, and did a lot of research on them. I went to the 2021 Cardano Summit in Wyoming, drove my truck all the way across the country. I remember when Shahaf got on stage and they announced this JED, and I was like, what is that? Kind of brought all that to my attention. So now my borrow is I borrowed 30K of JED, right? And so my health factor, so the APY, right, to actually borrow that is gonna cost me. This debt is gonna grow at 35%. So it's like, oh my God. I think that as time goes by, this will change and get lower and lower and lower. But that's a big amount. But now, because my supply is worth 89,000 and my borrow is worth 30, this is my health factor is 2.39. So that's a great health factor. It's a good health factor. Okay. You don't want your health factor to be in the ones. And as you're creating these, right? As you're creating these, and I actually have a proposal in Catalyst that will help you all. Like I'm working on creating an education platform for DeFi, Cardano DeFi, that takes you through and shows you the process step by step. We're not doing that right now in this video, but you can actually get in there and tinker around, right? Like I said, it might be confusing in the beginning, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And this is like your livelihood. This could be the change that you've been waiting for in your life, right? This could be the generational change. It might be worth it to just tinker around. You don't have to like sign anything and do anything. You can actually just mess around and see and say, well, if I supply this amount of my ADA and I took out this amount of a loan, what would my health factor be? What are you comfortable with, right? Because you have to be ready for market volatility. Like if the price of ADA drops back to like 30 cents and I'm not careful here, I can get liquidated. And what does liquidated mean? It means that this debt here can be sold to a liquidator at an actual premium. So they'll get a deal on the price and my loan will actually get paid back, but they're going to sell a lot of my ADA to do that. And I don't want that to happen, right? And so I will show you in another video soon that I can show you liquidations. I'll take you through Liquid and show you liquidations, okay? Matter of fact, I might just do that right now. Where are they at? Markets, loans. Okay. So if you go here, you're going to see how this is going to show you all of the positions right now in liquid finance that are close to being liquidated, meaning they're at extreme risk for liquidation. Okay. And so you have right here, the health factor in this person's position is 1.04. Once it gets to, so look at that. Health factor is 1.043340. Health factor equals collateral value in dollar bills times liquidation threshold divided by borrow value in US dollars. So when this gets to 1.0, this liquidate button would activate and this person will get liquidated. Okay. Let's see if we got any big boys, like big liquidations coming up. Yeah. 101,000, right? Coming up 101,000. That's like some seriousness. And so you gotta understand what you're doing here, but that's what this video is about, to push you and encourage you to understand the opportunities that await you, because we're just getting started with these. We're just getting started here with my plan. This is my other wallet. Just to give you a sneak peek glimpse. This is my other wallet. This is my one wallet where I'm only supplying ADA and I'm taking out loan on JED. Then you get JED. Well, what can you do with JED? I guess you can buy a jet ski. You could blow it on stupid stuff, which is like what I see a lot of people doing. Or you could take that JED and you could invest it wisely into perhaps some other Cardano native token projects that might outperform ADA and maybe even outperform this APY should you use them on MinSwap wisely. Okay? Maybe, just maybe. And that's what we're talking about here. So there's so much to this, and we're going to get into my rewards. I'm going to show you that in a second. We're moving on over. So you can take that and do other stuff with it. And so on my other account, and I have staked here, right here on this account here, I have 1,000 liquid tokens staking. Account number 2, because once you get into this, it gets fun. You start to learn. You start to actually get into it. And you start to like learn things a little bit more. This is a little bit of a bigger scenario, a little bit more risky maybe, right? If you don't know what you're doing, it's risky. Like Formula One drivers. I mean, that's a risky sport. I mean, you're getting in that car and you're flying around like crazy. I would die. I would like crash immediately. But they know it's like the risk is mitigated by your level of preparation and knowledge. So they practice, they train every day, they understand. It's kind of like a mixed martial arts fighter too. It's like highly risky to get into the ring. You know, we got Jake Paul and we got Mike Tyson this Friday. It's risk. Jake Paul, they're like, oh my God, you're crazy. You're facing Mike Tyson. Yeah, there's a risk. Obviously, there's a risk. But he is confident because of his preparation and what he's doing with his confidence and so far as preparation. So allow yourself the time. But now, because Liquid Finance is absolutely amazing, shout out to Liquid Finance, right? Like, I would love to collaborate with Liquid Finance on something. By the way, Liquid Finance we don't know each other at all, okay? I'm just so grateful and happy. I've been following Liquid Finance for a very long time, for 3 years probably right now. I mean, gosh, it's getting actually to 3 years, okay? And they're just doing fantastic stuff. So what do we got here? I have no ADA supplies. I'm not supplying ADA over here on this one. I'm not supplying ADA. I actually did supply some liquid, and I'll get into why I did that. But my big positions, okay, MinSwap here. MinSwap, we're talking about MinSwap. And some Kopi, all right, and some SNEC. Because what I love about Liquid is it allows you to supply some Cardano native tokens that have been proving themselves in the ecosystem as far as like liquidity and market cap is concerned. So I've taken advantage of World Mobile token, Igon, AGIX. AGIX and World Mobile have been delisted because they have upgraded their token versions. But I've taken advantage and had some great fun with AGIX and World Mobile. Now I'm in here with Min, Kopi, SNEC, and I used a little liquid token to adjust and help a health factor out that you're going to see over here to the side. So this is some seriousness, right? This is some stuff. Now I think that MinSwap and Kopi and SNEC's a meme coin, right? Like, don't buy SNEC. It's a meme coin. Or do your own research on SNEC, right? But look at some other meme coins that have like gone crazy in the Ethereum side. SNEC has yet to have a bull market. So my theory is that SNEC perhaps could actually see some volatility in upward direction. I think this was like $7,000. This was like $6,000 like a week ago. Now it's 11K. My min, this was like 40K, 45K the other week. Now it's like 89. I mean, and so now I have 100K in my wallet, okay, that I could supply, but I'm not. I've locked that entire MinSwap up, and I'm now borrowing. So how did I borrow? I should have dropped down all these. But so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 borrow positions on this account here. So my supplies over on this side, we got 157 and then the 39K borrow. And so this one here is MinSwap. So it actually is so, I'm telling you, Liquid Finance, I can't say enough good things about Liquid Finance. And I can't encourage you enough to go ahead and tinker around without doing anything final. Just tinker around on Liquid Finance. It is fantastic. So they could divide your MinSwap up. So actually, this one here is Min. Oh, I'm not even going to try to. I was going to write a Min, but that's not working. This is my Min right here. So I have supplied. It's like, I think it's like 1.7 million Min. And then I took a loan now out on ADA. I actually borrowed ADA against my min. Why would you do that, Derek? Why would you do that? Well, it goes back to my thesis and my theory. And that's a theory that I've developed, okay? And you should develop a theory as well. You don't have to take my theory as your theory, but perhaps there could be some similarities in theories, right? Like my theory is that MinSwap will outperform ADA due to several factors, including law of diminishing returns. ADA has had, this will be ADA's third bull cycle. The first one wasn't like that big, but it did get up to like $1.20 or something like that. And then $3. And so here we are for the third bull cycle of ADA, Cardano, right? Layer 1. But MinSwap has not had a bull market. Now, if you do your research and you look at things like Uniswap and Pancake Swap and some of these other DEXs that have had bull markets and the Ethereum side of things, and you can look at their volatility and what happened. I think MinSwap's got a nice little future ahead of it. Okay, they were just voted in the Cardano Summit just now, the best DAO and the best DEX. They have the most liquidity. They're incredible. They're now partnering actually with Liquid Finance to actually allow the accessibility of borrowing and lending right from MinSwap's platform and vice versa. They're also doing that with LendFi. So that's why I think that MinSwap will increase in value. Now, if I'm supplying MinSwap, right, and I'm borrowing ADA, that's actually a strategy, because if MinSwap grows in value higher and faster than ADA, then my health factor will continually go up and up and up. And that's what I want. I don't want a health factor like this, 1.29. This is nuts, right? And this is why you need to really understand what you're doing, because if this 1.29 goes down to 0, I can get liquidated. My positions can get liquidated. And so let me just tell you about this one. Okay, so we're moving on down. So I have supplied my entire amount of Kopi, 1.95 mil. I've supplied that here. And then that gives me a health factor of 1.27. But I had some liquid tokens that I harvested from my rewards. And so what's neat about Liquid Finance to help your health factor out is I was able to actually supply 305 liquid tokens that are around $1,000. And that gives me a 0.02 health factor addition to my 1.27, which just increases the health factor slightly. Okay, so I actually am able to help my health factor out while utilizing some other tokens. That's really fantastic. And then I started to vote on Liquid DAO, which is a great DAO. Okay, if you want to participate in the governance of either MinSwap or Liquid Finance, you got to go ahead and get some Min tokens, or you got to go get some Liquid tokens, and you got to stake them on their platforms. And when you stake your Liquid tokens on Liquid Finance, you can now vote for proposals, and they are fantastic. These proposals have widened my understanding of education in DeFi as far as what the team, what they're doing. And it's just empowering to be a part of the decentralized autonomous organization, the DAO, by adding your vote, by adding your feedback. And so every single time a market gets listed, like SNEC and Min, we all vote whether or not Min should be added to the market, whether or not Kopi should be, Iagon, SNEC. And then so during one of the proposals, they gave the ability now, because you were only able, and this is why I kind of got the ADA, they were only able to borrow ADA against MinSwap or against Kopi or against a Cardano native asset. You were only allowed to borrow ADA. You couldn't borrow USDM, a stable coin. And then we voted. And then now Liquid made it possible that you could actually borrow USDM for your ADA, for your Cardano native asset like Min. And so took advantage, because even though I think MinSwap will outperform ADA, ADA is still going up, right? So that's the thing. We're talking about some wild DeFi jujitsu here. But USDM is a stable coin. So it's actually like way more exciting for me to lend my min swap against something like US dollar or USDM that's going to stay the same. Okay. And my health factors have shown that. So actually this one here, okay. So if you look at this 11.34, you go over here that I actually supplied SNEC, right? Supplied some SNEC over here. And then just for like proof of concept, then I took out it's like $1,000 US dollar loan, right? And then, yes, when you're borrowing the stable coins, okay, because we're growing here in the ecosystem, there is a high APY to borrow, and that could freak you out. And if you're borrowing that and not doing anything wise with it, well, then yes, it should freak you out. But if you're doing wise things with your borrows, okay, and you're not like borrowing foolishly, you can take advantage of some opportunities, okay? And so that health factor is just going through the roof, right? 4.4. That's a great health factor. This, and then these two here, this is my only copy position. See 1.95, 1.95. So this copy, this is also min, and this is min. So I have 3 min positions. The min is up here. We have min, and we have min. And I did these at different times. So I supplied another 29K of min, and then I took out a loan for 6, and then another 15K of min, took out 2.37. So I have healthy health factors. And then so it's just like about what you can do. Now, the other thing I was like talking with Jason about, right, is that not only are you able to, so just to reiterate, my min swap amount is growing also. It's growing, not a lot, but it's growing. 3.444, all that, it's growing a little bit. My SNEC is growing. Okay, as the liquid sits here supplied, it's growing. My copy is growing because of Liquid's mechanism. And then also, every time I do something over here, I'm getting rewarded for market participation. And then if I stake Liquid tokens, I'm also getting staking rewards. Like, what? Yes. My assets are growing. Every time I do an action, I'm getting market participation rewards in Liquid token. I can then take those Liquid tokens and stake them, and then get more Liquid tokens for the staking. Yes, right? Start small. Okay, you only need one position, and it could just be like 1,000 worth of ADA. Start small and give it a month, or two, because right now we're in the foothills of the bull the bull market. Okay, full foothills. So when can the top be? It could be a year from now. It could be 18 months from now. It could be 10 months from now. It could be 9 months, right? Who knows? We could be in a super cycle. Just to show you my rewards. Okay, so if you I actually did this like this. When you go over here to the more, you're going to drop down Liquid rewards. You click that little link. It's going to bring you over here and the estimated rewards. So I just actually claimed. And so, yeah, so I've claimed right now 436 Liquid in this on this account. And so it just shows you a few. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Just market participation, November 23rd. I got 2 Liquid. Okay, market participation. This is if you have actually participated in the market, you're going to be getting little tiny bits of Liquid tokens for your participation. According to how much liquidity you have locked up. And this is something that you can build. And this is something that I've grown to understand, that it's the power in being patient and understanding and gaining knowledge, and being okay with not understanding, being okay with being confused, not being rash, not being greedy, just being common sensed and thoughtful about yourself, and realizing that this could be something serious that you could use to help change the future of your reality. So market participation, okay, and there's also staking rewards because I got so much going on. There was a lot there. And then the rest of this account, 436 total date right now. I mean, that's like some pretty darn good liquid. This is over $1,000, right? And then on my other account, now this one, when I first started this one, so it's a lot. Like 1,198 I've accumulated so far, and 24 here left. But this is the one that I also had the AGIX on, the World Mobile. I was doing some other things at a pretty good level there, and then I've transferred a lot of what I'm doing to the other one. Okay, because it gets like that, and that's what we're doing. Okay, you've seen my MinSwap videos. You've seen what I'm doing on those main accounts as far as the liquidity provision, and that is what's like amazing about MinSwap. Okay, MinSwap, you can come in here, right? So what did I do? I mean, I don't know. I could take that $1,000 worth of USDM that I borrowed from my SNEC supply on Liquid, and I could just go ahead and buy more SNEC on the open market on MinSwap, and then I can just put it into this pool, right? Or I could buy with that USDM something else, or just like we said, I can come over here and just zap it straight in, right? And what I love about the zap feature, okay, this could be confusing, but don't let it confuse you. Please don't let this intimidate you. Finance is finance. Go ahead and watch like Wall Street or some of those. Everybody understands that finance, traditional finance, TradFi, is built so that it is confusing for you. They actually invent terms and they make it confusing for the average person to understand. They don't want you to realize anything in finance. They don't want you to understand it. And that stinks. And so decentralized finance could be even more intimidating because you're merging together like computer science with finance and software. But trust me, I'm a person that has no financial background or anything like that. And over time, I've been able to really understand it. And so a zap feature could be intimidating to understand. But let's just say I want to like, I want to show you this. We're going to go to markets. Let's go to just kind of showing some of this stuff here. They got the top gainers and things like that. Go to trade. Oh yeah, you know what? Here's what I normally do. I go to pools. So in the markets here, you'll have to see tokens here. This is where we're at, and then you also have pools. Boop. So if you want to just like trade the token, you come over here. We just toggle back on token. Just trade. Go ahead and swap. Right. We go to pools, and then it says add LP. So this means you wanna actually become a liquidity provider, and that is empowering because you essentially are like a mini market maker on MinSwap by providing your liquidity. You get some liquidity provider tokens that you can then use to farm on certain pools like this one. So let's just say we said add LP. Now you see this, so you could just deposit. Now you're going to need, right? You're going to need 50-50. So if I have 100 ADA here, I'm going to need 100 ADA worth of min, right? But if I don't have the other side, I could zap it in, right? And so I could zap this in, and I could only use my MinSwap. And what MinSwap will do is it will actually divide this in half, and I will be left with like 200 and whatever min, 240 something min, 44, 45 or whatever, and then it will then also buy ADA at that exact price, and then boom, I'm in the pool, and then I can then go ahead and let me see this here. Let me see here. Oh yeah, so it's only like $22 worth. It's really not that much. Let's go to my farms. See if I can like show you some stuff. I haven't touched these farms at all since that's what I do. I just leave them alone, and that's hard. Talking with Jason again. I'm bringing up Jason. We talked about it. You know, he's a really smart guy in this. We just talked. The hardest thing to do is actually sometimes not do anything. It's just to like relax and not do stuff, right? Not go ahead and try to grab bonk when it goes up, or not go ahead and like follow the Doge wave, you know. Me, it's all about finding opportunities before they go viral, right? And so CBLP here, right? Let's go. I haven't harvested anything. So since I'm staking 600 ADA, I have 32 min that I've gotten, because the APR is broken down. You can see it's 2.182 min that I'll get, 1.111 ADA. CBLP, I'm getting 11.792%. And then the trading fees, which is really exciting, is 30.76%. Okay, and then it breaks down the daily emissions. And so, yeah, I've gotten 1,683 CBLP tokens. That's awesome. Yeah, my head's in the way from this one, so I'll just show you the LB farm. Yeah, here we go. We got the distribution breakdown there, so you can kind of see it again. And I've gotten 160 min tokens, 3 ADA, which is great. 3.3 ADA, 65,000 SPX, and I did actually do a harvest on this one. I did not harvest the other. The reason that this position is a lot lower is because I participated in the liquidity bootstrapping event that MinSwap had in conjunction with Smart Places, right? You should shout out if you were there for that and you're part of that. But if you weren't involved in it, you need a special liquidity LBE NFT to like lock in with in the smart contract. If you don't have that though, and you still want to provide liquidity, you could over here, and we did that. And I'll just show you. It's 11. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it. It's 11. We got 11 min. Okay, we got 4,800 SPX tokens, and we're only staking 162 ADA worth, right? So I mean, you know. And so let's go ahead and see another cool feature is you go over here, you go to liquidity. So we're up at the earn tab. We're going to come down to liquidity. And what I love to do, this is like a routine on a daily basis. I'm constantly coming here. I check the farms, and I come over here. It shows you exactly those farms worth that we just looked at, but it drops down and shows you how much pending rewards there are. And that, I love that. SPX token. So I've gotten 24 ADA, right? And I'm only staking, like, it was not that much. How much ADA worth was I staking back on that farm? So 440 ADA worth. Okay, 622 and 162. So I'm only staking 440 ADA worth over here. But again, we have this APY, and I've already gotten 24 ADA. I mean, that's pretty good. CBLP 13, right? There we go. And obviously, the more volume that you have, the more liquidity you have, the more the rewards. There's like compounding rewards there. And so I'm just going to continue to let these fly. I'm not touching these until we're up at the upper echelons of the bull market, right? The upper echelons. Okay. So if you're watching this far, shout out, right, to some alpha. I might give you this. This is fantastic. What you know about looking to Bitcoin? Look into Bitcoin. Where are they at? Did it change? Oh, yeah. Okay, so they say, so Bitcoin, all right? I love Bitcoin. This is some straight up hidden secret gem stuff, type stuff right now. Where's that investor tool, Dougie? It's changed a lot since I looked at this. Oh, see, I'm not like upgraded or anything like that. This isn't one. I mean, I love this one. I love the MVRV zone. So, like, basically, what you're looking at here is when the price, right? Let me see where the heck is that. Search metrics. Let's go investor. Bitcoin investor tool. So, right, I'm doing these live videos, right? I don't care about the time. I'm just going to do them. And then you can piece together and check them out. It's for some reason, it's not giving me the investor tool like it should. It's like you're like, click. But I show this to people when I do stuff like one-on-one. I don't know what's going on. It's just like probably because I'm doing this live video. It's not like it's just like spinning around in circles up here. Like whatever. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. It's like it used to just be a really simple site. I think that with the adoption of Bitcoin and everything, it's just going crazy. But there's an investor tool. If you want to come to this website and you click investor tool, you'll see it's extremely simple. It's extremely easy where it just shows you an indicator on when you would buy or when you would sell Bitcoin. And it kind of like looks at the projections for bull cycles. The reason I showed you that, or the reason I'm trying to show you this here live is the Pew multiple. Like, why would it give us the Pew multiple when we're looking for the but it has a lot of fantastic charts, and these charts are just built by the community. And like, I'm not looking to touch any of my positions until those times. There's going to be a lot of volatility that's going to happen, and I'm not going to like really touch the positions until that happens. Kind of stinks, and it's probably because my computer needs like an update or something. Such a pain. Whatever. I tried for you guys. I tried. Promise you, if you go to this website and you type in investor tool like I did, go ahead and do that. It's amazing. And so I actually look at a lot of these tools. I look at the Pew multiple is sort of like the I'm not giving up. Why not? Why not just show it to you? Maybe it's gone. Maybe they like took it off because pick an investor tool right there. They have a ton. Stock to flow model is another one of my favorites. Man, I'm telling you, it's pretty whack that it's like doing this. Maybe there's just too much, or they're getting DDoSed or something. Stock to flow model is fantastic. Okay, we're done. We're trying that. So I'm not looking to touch these positions. I'm not looking to touch any of those other positions. But what I am excited about doing is so where am I at with this? Okay. So eventually I would like to unlock my positions, right? Eventually I'd like to unlock that positions. So yeah, like what I'm trying to do is create a system of taking ADA, lending ADA, researching, borrowing healthily and responsibly and wisely with a health factor that's above 2.0. I used to take it from me. I used to do them with like 1.5. It's stressful. Now I will do a video. I'm going to do a video coming soon about YAM4. I'm about ready to do a position on YAM4 because they They are different, and they don't let you supply anything but ADA right now. So you can only supply ADA, and you can only borrow a stablecoin. But there is no health factor, risk of liquidations or market calls. Okay, so it's a lot simpler. It's different. It's easier. There's no stress. Okay, you know exactly. There's a fixed fee. There's a fixed cost. I'm going to break that down. I'm going to actually do that position. I'm going to make my first position on YAM4. Okay, I've been stocking up on those CBLP tokens. Yeah, Tap Tools, right? Tap Tools. These guys are like fantastic. Here, there's all the CNT projects, like right up. I think it tracks it by volume. So WMTX is number 1. You got SNEC up there. LenFi is doing a lot. DEDI, a DPIN, decentralized physical infrastructure. You got Min, right? USDM. All these late migrators on World Mobile Token. Where are you guys at? You got Doge up here chilling, doing its thing. Lots of volatility there. Look at that, 587%. Thanks, Elon. Like, I can't believe he could just go ahead and like shill that coin. Like, I can't wait till there's some sort of announcement with like SpaceX and World Mobile Token or something. Come on. All right. We're gonna go all the way down here and look at some CBLP. Where's CBLP? Where is that CBLP token? Oh, they must have just like researched. So we're going to try to find CBLP. CBLP. This could be a sleeper, my friends. Could be a sleeper. Okay? Could be a sleeper. They just launched YAM4, which is their lending protocol, and CBLP token, community-backed loan position. I think CBLP. Big Blimp. Shout out to Big Blimp. Shout out to Diego. See you in Argentina here on December 8th. They had their launch. There's a lot of decline in the price. Sometimes these fanboys go ahead, they just sell. They go ahead and sell. They're in it for the second. They're in it for the minute. They're not in it for the long haul. I think that CBLP has some potential, right? And so CBLP you use as a fixed fee. Okay, there's a fee to take a loan out, and then there's like an APY, and you can rest easy, right? So we're going to be looking at what that's like, okay? Because liquid finance is a little different. Liquid finance is a little bit more tricky, okay? So you're going to have to really understand and manage your positions here. And so my strategy is that I will succeed with some of these Cardano native tokens like MinSwap, SNEC, Copy, okay, CBLP, OrcFax, stuff. Come on, Genius Yield. Where are you at, Genius Yield? Everybody's holding their breath for Genius Yield. You got LenFi, you got Fluid. Some of these other tokens that I've diversified myself in will outperform ADA at such a level that I could easily pay back these loans and then unlock my borrows near the top, right? Near the top. And that's why I was trying to pull up that investor tool. Darn, man. Because it would show you the cycle, right? So that's the plan. And then there's a lot of I've already been thinking about strategies for what to do at the top area when we're kind of moving our way back down. It might just load, right? If I just typed it straight in. It's loading. It must be like everybody in the world's like trying to look at this stuff. But that's like the strategy. Let's go ahead and just like let that rock for a little bit. That's the strategy, right? Oh, it says loading. That's the strategy, all right? And so it's putting your ADA to work, right? And getting involved in the Cardano DeFi ecosystem before it's big news, right? Before it's big news. And so you got MinSwap, you got Liquid. There are other decentralized exchanges also. Like, there are Sunday Swaps, a trustworthy one. You have Dex Hunter, the aggregator, right? They're doing stuff, right? You got Genius Yield. Can Genius Yield ever happen? That's like a manual order book DEX. That's good, right? You got ViFi. You also have LendFi as a lending protocol. There's Fluid, where we're looking at NFTs and all that. Here it is. Okay, you stayed around. You stuck around. If you stuck around, this is a really interesting tool. Look at it. And so I'm trying to zoom up in here, but like, come on, y'all. It's kind of as simple as this. The green shades, right? I can't get around the fact that it's just going to do that target every time I do it. But the green zone is when you would buy, right? And you would hold until you would see like a red zone. This is the investor tool. You can read down below. They have all kinds of stuff on like how you can read it and what you could think about, like your theory. Created 2017, man. Come on, I've been looking at this since 2017. There's like 4 or 5 other charts I'd like to show you. I have these in my video also. But see, and then see, this is what I'm saying, long term. You look at this entire time. You could have accumulated back in January 14th, 2015 till November 24th, 2015. So, you're looking at almost like a year here or whatever. And then you would hold that until here, right? Hindsight's 2020. 3 years though, right? That's 3 years. 2017. That's 2 years. 2 years. 2 years you're holding, man. 2 years. Where are all of the people out there that have some like stamina? Please tell me you're there. You're out there. You're not just this like pump and dump. Like, so look at that, right? Look at it. And then, okay. And so what you would do is you would sell here, right? You would like to accumulate as much as you can here, hold, participate in Cardano DeFi, get the APYs going for 2 years of time, compound the growth during that time. You're not just sitting around with your hands underneath your lap like most people are in the Bitcoin space, because there's really not much you can do, And I have never been brazen enough to, and frankly, I don't know, foolish enough to get into, thank God, into the Ethereum DeFi. I just don't, it's not like I waited for Cardano DeFi purposefully. I waited during that last bull cycle and I just stacked up my ADA and staked it, right? Because I knew Cardano DeFi was coming, and here it is, the first bull cycle ever. And then you would take advantage of that top area. And so from November 25th of 2017 to January 22nd, so November, December, January, you got like almost like 3 months or something to cost average out, because during this time you're cost averaging in daily cost average, DCA. Okay. And then you're kind of coming on out. And then you're accumulating. And then see, this is what I mean about the bull cycle sort of got like cut off. It got stunted. It didn't really have a peak during the last time. So maybe we are in prime position for a super cycle coming out. So then you were accumulating all this time. All right. So this is me like telling everybody, please, think. And everybody's like, I don't know. People are coming to me now like, should I buy? I never will tell you to buy or not buy or anything like that. It's like all your decision. You have to make these decisions. So we're halfway kind of between this line. And so I'm still just letting it compound, letting it go. I mean, back here, when did MinSwap come out? Right? Let's go all the way back. Sorry if this is like choppy. It was like around March. No, it just kind of like shifts around, but like way back here, and where my cursor is, like way back here is where MinSwap came out. Liquid came out somewhere like around here too, right? And so there was time. There's always time. You could wait until the next time if you feel like you're late, but it's never too late to gain knowledge and understand, what's going on, right? Please stock the flow model. So maybe now it's here, right? Just giving you some alpha. If you don't know what stock to flow is, come on, stock to flow. How much stock is coming How much stock is in the ecosystem? Like how much Bitcoin's on planet Earth out in circulation, and how much is coming in, the flow, how much is coming in. Okay, so if you think of gold, Bitcoin's digital gold, how much gold is here on planet Earth? And then how much is getting dug up every year? That's the flow. How much is getting added to the stock? And so you as an investor, you could calculate what a wise investment could be, knowing that there's not going to be that much flow coming back in. So it's almost like a deflationary model, an asset. And so Bitcoin has this stock to flow. Cardano has a very good stock to flow ratio. But although I don't hold Bitcoin, I study Bitcoin. I study Bitcoin every single day. It is the leader. It is the OG. It is the prime mover as of right now. And every dotted line here that you see is a halving event, right? So every 4 years, the halving event happens. And, this color scheme that you see here is like days, 1,400 days. There's generally 4 years. I think it's a certain amount of blocks that are actually created, and it generally takes around 4 years. And then the halving event occurs, right? And then, boom, bull markets happen after these halving events. They tend to go above this line. See that line? See how the green goes above that line? Remember, we got stunted here, but this line here, this is around 418,000 Bitcoin. A Bitcoin. Like I said, 500K. Could Bitcoin go up past? Because this line here is a million. There could be a super cycle. Bitcoin could hit up to 1 million, right? But this is just another indicator. It helps you understand where you are in these markets to have a patient attitude, right? I want to be patient because the hardest thing to do is just sometimes not do anything. And so I think we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at these few charts. And, I could just go on and on and on. I'm super passionate about this stuff. If you've gotten any information out of it and you're in the Cardano ecosystem and you have a wallet like an Eternal or a Lace or a Nami and you feel like sending me some ADA to handle DeFi, Derek, go ahead and give me some of that. I'll put it right back into the DeFi ecosystem. We got a proposal on Catalyst. I'm excited about that. You can check that out. Send us an email. We'd love your vote on creating some educational DeFi courses. We're doing a lot of fun things there. And that's it, friends. We'll see you soon at a video soon. Send me an email and ask me something. What would you like to see? I'll show you some more announcements as they come out. Again, I'm just going to do these live because they're right out to you in the public. Quick and easy. I'm going to do this Yam4 video coming. They got some big things announced with Obi Mayer, and they have like a trifecta coming on with an aggregator and some really cool stuff. So, all right, without any more discussion, I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you have learned something, and I can't wait to see you guys all in a video soon. All right, thank you.